The air crackled with anticipation. The atmosphere was electric, charged with the collective energy of thousands who had gathered for this historic moment. Sunlight bathed St. Peter's Square in a golden glow, casting long shadows and illuminating the ancient stones with a warm, almost ethereal light. From above, the crowd resembled a vast sea of humanity, stretching as far as the eye could see. It was a tapestry of faces, each one a thread in the rich fabric of this momentous occasion. All eyes were fixed on the balcony above, where history was about to unfold. The anticipation was palpable, a shared heartbeat among the gathered faithful. Then a hush fell over the throng. The silence was profound, a collective breath held in unison, as if the world itself had paused to witness this pivotal moment. Pope Tagle emerged, his arms outstretched in a gesture of blessing. His presence was serene yet commanding, a beacon of hope and renewal for the faithful. A new era for the Catholic Church had begun. The crowd erupted in joyous celebration, their cheers echoing through the square and beyond. The date was April 2nd, 2025, a day that would be etched in the annals of history. This was not just another papal coronation, it was a moment of profound significance, a turning point that would shape the future of the Church. It was a profound departure from centuries of tradition, a seismic shift in the Catholic world. The diversity of the crowd reflected the global nature of this change. The election of Cardinal Luis Antonio Tagle as the 266th Pope signaled a new chapter in the 2,000-year narrative of the Church. His election was a beacon of hope for many. Never before had a son of Asia ascended to the throne of St. Peter. This was a historic first, a moment of immense pride for the Asian Catholic community. Tagle's elevation was a testament to the global reach of Catholicism and the growing influence of the Asian Church. It was a recognition of the vibrant faith and dedication of millions. His coronation, however, was more than just a symbolic victory. It was a promise of change, a signal that the Church was ready to embrace a new era. It was a meticulously crafted spectacle, imbued with powerful symbols that hinted at the transformative papacy to come. Every detail was a testament to the significance of this moment. From the outset, the ceremony diverged from the well-trodden path of papal inaugurations. This was not just a minor deviation, but a significant shift that caught the attention of many. Gone were the heavy European-centric motifs that had characterized coronations past. The ornate crowns and scepters, the grandiose thrones, all were conspicuously absent. In their place were vibrant expressions of Asian Catholicism, woven seamlessly into the fabric of the ancient ritual. The decorations were a blend of traditional and contemporary Asian art, creating a unique and refreshing visual experience. The sights and sounds of the Philippines, Tagle's homeland, were prominently featured. From the lush landscapes to the intricate cultural elements, every detail paid homage to his roots. Traditional Filipino music, known for its joyous melodies and lively rhythms, filled the air, replacing the somber, Gregorian chants typically heard on such occasions. The music created an atmosphere of celebration and unity. Dancers clad in vibrant costumes performed ancient Filipino dances, their movements a celebration of faith and culture. Each step and gesture told a story, connecting the past with the present. The changes were not merely aesthetic, they represented a deeper, more profound shift in the Church's approach. They were intentional departures from established norms, signaling a deliberate effort to make the Church more inclusive and representative of its global flock. This inclusivity was evident in every aspect of the ceremony. This was a coronation that spoke not just to the heart of Rome, but to the hearts of Catholics across Asia and the world. It was a powerful message of unity and diversity, a testament to the evolving nature of the Church. The integration of Asian influences extended even to the papal regalia, those sacred vestments steeped in centuries of tradition. Pope Tagle, while donning the familiar white cassock and papal stole, did so with subtle yet significant modifications. The fabric of his vestments, while retaining the traditional white color, was woven with delicate threads of gold, a nod to the rich textile heritage of the Philippines. The pectoral cross, a symbol of the papacy, was crafted from Nara wood, a precious Philippine timber known for its strength and durability. These sartorial choices, though seemingly minor, spoke volumes. They conveyed a powerful message of cultural fusion, a papacy that embraced the richness and diversity of the global church. This was not a rejection of tradition, but rather an affirmation that tradition itself could evolve and encompass new expressions of faith. Beyond the visual spectacle, Pope Tagle's actions and words further underscored the groundbreaking nature of his papacy. His gestures, often spontaneous and deeply personal, resonated with people around the world. He greeted the crowds gathered in St. Peter's Square with a traditional Filipino gesture of respect, his hands clasped together as if in prayer. During his homily, he seamlessly transitioned between Italian, the language of the Vatican, and English, the lingua franca of the globalized world. And in a move that sent shockwaves through the Catholic world, he concluded his address with a blessing delivered in his native Tagalog. This embrace of linguistic diversity was more than just symbolic. It was a tangible expression of his commitment to making the Church accessible to all, regardless of language or cultural background. Whispers from the Vatican. Within the hallowed halls of the Vatican, Pope Tagle's coronation sparked a mixture of excitement and apprehension. The College of Cardinals, responsible for electing the new pontiff, had taken a bold step into uncharted territory. Some within the Vatican hierarchy, particularly those from more progressive wings of the Church, saw Tagle's election as a breath of fresh air, a much-needed catalyst for change. They welcomed his emphasis on social justice, his commitment to interfaith dialogue, and his vision of a more inclusive church. Others, however, viewed his papacy with a degree of skepticism, if not outright suspicion. Traditionalists, long accustomed to the Church's Eurocentric focus, worried that Tagle's reforms might go too far, potentially diluting the Church's core doctrines and practices. A time of joy and uncertainty for the faithful. The reactions to Pope Tagle's coronation reverberated far beyond the confines of Rome, reaching the hearts and minds of millions. Across the globe, Catholics greeted the news with a mixture of joy, anticipation, and a touch of uncertainty. The sense of a new beginning was palpable, yet it was accompanied by questions about the future. For many in Asia, Africa, and Latin America, regions where Catholicism was experiencing significant growth, Tagle's election was a cause for immense celebration. These communities saw in him a beacon of hope, a leader who could understand their unique challenges and aspirations. Here was a pope who understood their struggles, who spoke their language, who represented their hopes and aspirations, and his background and experiences resonated deeply with the faithful in these regions, fostering a sense of connection and belonging. In Europe and North America, where the Church had faced declining attendance and growing secularization, reactions were more mixed. While some were hopeful, others were cautious, wondering if this new leadership could truly address the complex issues facing the Church in the modern world. Some saw Tagle's papacy as a potential turning point, an opportunity to revitalize the Church and make it more relevant to the lives of ordinary people. They believed that his fresh perspective could bring about much-needed change and renewal. Others remained unconvinced, skeptical that any pope, regardless of origin or ideology, could stem the tide of secularism sweeping through the West. They questioned whether the Church could adapt to the rapidly changing cultural landscape and reconnect with those who had drifted away. 2 millennia of papal transitions. To fully grasp the significance of Pope Tagle's coronation, one must view it within the broader context of papal history. For over 2,000 years, the Catholic Church has witnessed a procession of popes, each leaving their own indelible mark on the papacy. There have been popes who were reformers, and popes who were reactionaries, popes who were scholars and popes who were statesmen, popes who expanded the Church's influence, and popes who struggled to maintain its unity. Yet, through it all, one constant remained. The papacy, regardless of who occupied the throne of St. Peter, remained a predominantly European institution. Pope Tagle's election shattered this mold, heralding a new era of diversity and inclusivity within the Catholic Church. A glimpse into the future Church. What does the future hold for the Catholic Church under Pope Tagle's leadership? While it is still too early to predict with certainty, one thing is clear. The Church is undergoing a period of profound transformation. Tagle's papacy is likely to accelerate many of the trends already reshaping the Catholic landscape. The rise of the Global South, the growing importance of interfaith dialogue, and the increasing calls for greater lay involvement in church governance. His emphasis on social justice, his commitment to environmental stewardship, and his vision of a more merciful and compassionate church are likely to resonate with Catholics and non-Catholics alike. A legacy yet to be written. Pope Tagle's coronation was more than just a ceremony. It was a watershed moment in the history of the Catholic Church, a powerful symbol of the Church's evolving identity in the 21st century. His papacy, though still in its infancy, holds the promise of a more inclusive, more dialogue-oriented, and more globally engaged Church. Only time will tell what legacy he will leave on the papacy and on the world. But one thing is certain: the Catholic Church will never be the same. Please subscribe to our channel History Documentary Hub for more insightful videos and intriguing content.